Hello everyone, it's that time of the year to start focusing on the new year. As the last few seconds of 2014 ticks away, let's forgive all those who hurt us in the past. Let's get over all our failures and let us look towards a bright new, positivity-filled 2015. At the onset of year 2015, I wish to share 5 simple tricks which will help you to find happiness and positivity in the year. And the number one mantra is, your happiness is your business. Never place your happiness in anyone else's hand. Your happiness should not be dependent on the people around you. Unless you are able to find internal happiness, you can never make anyone else around you happy. At least not for a long time. How do we become happy? Right now what we may be doing is, we experience life and we then perceive it, then we form some judgments and then we try to place ourselves in the world. And that is where things go wrong. Happiness is not something which is a byproduct of our action. It should be the result of our action. Whatever we do, it should end up in happiness, not as a byproduct. No, stop doing that. That's not how it's supposed to be. And second thing is that, don't do anything because everyone else is doing it. Everyone else is going for a movie, I want to go for that. No. If you don't like that movie, if you don't like the cast, if you don't like the theme, why should you be doing it? Just because everyone else is going, enjoying it, doesn't mean that you should be doing it. No. And whatever happiness that you find in such ways is pseudo happiness. It will not last for long. So be yourself. Do what you feel like doing, when you feel like doing, without bothering anyone. To change your life, change your beliefs. And it's going to help you. In this new year, I want you to find a balance. A balance in your life. Especially the work-life balance. I meet a lot of clients who come and tell that I'm not having time, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that. People are like shouting at me because I'm not able to find time for this. If you look, let's say back in our parents' days, let's say in 1980s, people had more time, right? No. Even then, people had only 24 hours, and even today, in the year 2015, people have 24 hours. Why is it that people who were living in the 80s could find more time for the family, for the work, to find entertainment, to be happy? And why is it that today, in this fast age, why is it that we are not able to find time, even though we are having the same quantum of time? And nowadays, our life is more easier. We have more gadgets, we have more devices around us which help us to make our life simple. But are they actually helping? Instead of making our life more simple and easy, it is making us more complicated. When the company gives you your mobile phone, your BlackBerry and your laptop and tells, hey, this is going to help you to maintain your work-life balance, is it really helping? You need to think twice. No. What the company wants is a 24/7 work productivity from you. Productivity is not just a work term. It has to be a part of your personal life, your family life and your social life. Even if you can only spend 1 hour with your kids, let that be completely devoted for them. If you're going out with friends and having fun, make sure that the family and other aspects of your life do not interfere. Even if it's just half an hour or 15 minutes over a cup of tea with a friend, make sure that you're giving him or her the best. And that is when you will start having more quality life. And that is when people will stop complaining and tell that, hey, you are not able to find time for me. In order to make quality time, you have to make sure that you think inside your head. Stop looking for work-life balance out of your head. It should be from inside. Once you have a more orderly, more disciplined life, you're going to find more quality time for individuals. The level of complaints against you, the level of dissatisfaction that you're going to have with life is going to come down. And that is going to help you find a balance in life. Let's meet up and plan. That is how friendship used to be long back. Now, it's all like, let's plan and meet up. Is that how it is supposed to be? You need to really start and socialize more. And how do you socialize? By having a circle of friends who are from different arenas of life, who have different interests and different tastes. And how is that going to help you? It is going to help you by improving your information. This age, the person who has the maximum information is the one who is on top. Information is power. And how do you form? You cannot be living the life of every individual and experience and gain the experience to make sure that you are aware of what they are doing. So if you have different circle of friends, you know, from different arenas of life, let's say an artist, and then you have a hairdresser, and then you have a sports person. Every time you are with that sports person, he's going to give you updates. Your talk is going to revolve around sports, and you're going to get more gyan on that aspect. And that is one way of helping yourself enrich from inside your brain. You need to start socializing more because it's also one of the best antidepressants, and it can pep up your energy level like anything. In this age, you know, by the time you're coming back home by 6:37 and you're like, yeah, if you're lucky to come back home by 7, that is. On the way, if you meet up a friend and, you know, hang out with him for 15 minutes and you come back home, you'll see a major change happening in your mood, in your energy level. Someone to listen to at the end of the day when you're tired, and if you have a person to whom you can open up and tell, hey buddy, this is what happens, and have a laugh over a couple of things, you know, and probably a bit of advice on how to handle things, it's gonna really help you. Make sure that you have something called the execution mindset. Majority of the people whom I meet as a life coach, as a trainer, are people who know what has to be done. They know how to do it, and they even plan it to do it. The only problem is they just simply don't do it. And that is where the major problem lies. We simply fail to execute the tremendous plans that we have, the wonderful ideas that pops up in our mind. We just keep planning and planning and planning, and we don't end up doing it. And that is probably because you have a fear inside. Get over your fear. Attempt it. It doesn't matter if it fails. And you know, failure is good. You make mistakes, that is wonderful, as long as you learn from them. A mistake doesn't remain a mistake. The moment you learn from a mistake, it becomes an experience. I'm sure each of you must have made up a New Year resolution, right? You're gonna have bigger dreams. I'm gonna own a home. I'm gonna get promoted. I'm gonna have a car in the coming year, right? Bigger plans too. All these plans are good, but if you do not execute it, it simply doesn't work, right? It's of no good. And how do you make it work? The only way to make it work is keep motivating yourself. Stop looking for motivation out of yourself. You know, external motivation can only help you to a certain extent. You want to lose your weight and you think that, okay, I should join a gym and probably a personal trainer is going to motivate me and push me to lose weight. No. As long as you are not charged up inside, you cannot overcome whatever obstacles you have in your mind. And trust me, your best friend is you. And you are the only one who can motivate and pull yourself out of any situation that life throws at you. Have an execution mindset. Go and do it. Last but not the least, for you to be happy in the coming year, you need to have tons of positivity. There are no mountains that cannot be scaled, and then there are no habits which cannot be kicked. I want you to start kicking out all your negative habits one by one and start focusing on positives in your life. You know, positive thoughts can actually become the catalyst for transformation in your life. If you want to change, there is no other option but to have a positive thought and a mind which always keeps pepping you up. Let me tell you a story for this new year. You know, in a village, there used to be an old lady. She used to be very popular in the village. Everyone used to love her and she used to be very happy-go-lucky lady. One day she wakes up and, you know, as with most of us, we find that we are losing hair. She starts noticing that she is losing hair. Of course, she was a bit worried, you know, what is going to happen to my looks and what people are going to say. But then she felt, no, anyway I have so many hair left, that's fine. But as time passed, okay, she reached the stage where one day she woke up and she found that she had only 3 strands of hair on her head. And you know what she did? Instead of sitting and crying that, oh my god, I have no more hair left in my head, just 3 strands. She said, I'm going to braid my hair and go around like a princess. Using 3 strands of hair, she braided her hair and she went around the village as a happy-go-lucky, the same old lady. Next day she woke up and she found that there were only 2 strands of hair, and she's like, oh my god, should I be sitting and crying over 2 hairs remaining in my head, or why not do a center parting? She put one of the strand of hair this side and the other one this side, and she walked around like a princess in the village. Nobody actually found any difference in her, and people didn't even feel like asking her because she was always so positive and she was so vibrant. They never felt any difference in the personality. A few days later, she woke up and she found she had only 1 strand of hair on her head, and she was like, hey cool, I don't have to do much, it's as good as a pony, and she left it like that as a ponytail and she walked around. And a day came when she woke up finally and found that there was no hair on her head. And you can imagine what would we have done. We would have considered options for wigs, or we would have been sitting and crying and really demotivated. Oh my God, I'm not good looking anymore. This lady decided, hey, that is wonderful. Now I don't have to waste my time doing my hair. And you know what she did? She threw a party in the village and all the people came over to celebrate the no hair lady. And that is how positivity works within us. You have to keep motivating yourself. You have to pull yourself out of all the depressions and negative things which happen around us. And that is the only way we can live a happy life. I wound up the 5 steps which I just said in less than 5 minutes. But I'm sure that it's going to take a bit more of effort. It's going to test your patience to put all these 5 points which I told you into practice in your life. But if you are able to do it, mark my words, you're going to have a wonderful 2015 where you're going to find happiness, success and positivity filling your life. May this year fill your life with abundance of joy and treasured moments. And I really hope and pray that the year 2015 becomes the best year in your life. On behalf of Team Parivartan, I wish each of you wonderful people out there a very happy new year. Keep smiling.